Woo. Trying to be cute about the... Oh, shit. Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning. Good morning. It's a lovely morning to be alive. It's a lovely morning to be alive. The cicadas are singing. The dragonflies are visiting. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody needs to say good morning in the comment section. Good morning. Good morning. We have 3 more minutes until it's afternoon. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I'm just about to put up a post real quick. And I wasn't going to go live until later. But Congress has done lost its goddamn mind. The return of Fan Friday is tonight. Bootz, tarot. And then I'm going to say nails. Okay, nails. I don't go many places, but the places I do go, we always turn it into a party. Exclamation point. I don't go too many places nowadays. I don't go too many places nowadays. That's what I should be saying. I don't go too many places nowadays. We have to talk, okay? We have to seriously talk about motherfucking divorces, okay? That's what we have to talk about. I wasn't going to go live until later, okay? Because I'm trying to get my interactions back up on the Instagram. And we do have Fan Friday tonight. But we really need to talk about women and their bodies and their right to choose an abortion should be a constitutional amendment. That's what we need to talk about right now. But first, I'm going to post this for the superficial bitches on social media. But then on some real shit, we have got to talk about pregnancies and abortions. We got to talk about this shit that done went down. They overturned Roe v. Wade. They overturned Roe v. Wade. This has been a constitutional amendment for over a century. It has. And it's about women having the right to, at a constitutional level, having the right to be able to go to a clinic and not be criminalized. And that power was initially given to the Congress, which governs all 50 states. Okay. Now what they've just done, they overturned it. Therefore, the states have the right to choose whether a woman can legally or illegally get an abortion in their state. Do you know what this means? Okay? This means that all of these red states, these conservative states, are going to outlaw abortions. Doctors are going to lose their jobs. Non-profit organizations who support Planned Parenthood are not going to be able to operate. This is now it's a problem. Because if they can do that with this, they can do that with any right that they've passed in the 20th century, that being the right for gays to get married. Okay? That attunes to the right to bear arms. And my arms are always bare. You know I live in the nude. This is bigger than abortion. But let's just start at women's rights. Throughout history, women have not had the same seats as a man, and yet they bear more pain. They're the ones got to bear the children. They're the ones got to push the children out. And we, as men, shouldn't have no say-so whether a woman should get an abortion or not in this fucking country. I listened to motherfucking The View today. I wanted to watch the fucking View, but it was breaking news that cut into all this propaganda about abortion rights and things of this nature. First of all, I know acting when I see it, and them protests that they say is going on is a media stunt, bro. Like, I can tell when you're a hired hand, or it's a. I feel like this. I'm watching V for Vendetta. I feel like the propaganda that I just saw through the TV was vastly scripted, and I don't know why. Maybe it's my media studies training or my mind to dissect programming that I'm looking at, but I can tell when something has been orchestrated to cause an uprise. Why do you want us to get upset? That's the question I then ask. Why then do you want us to get upset? Why are you causing uprise? Okay, now I was watching the Democratic program, that being The View, and they broke into it with local news covering this story. And I don't know if this happens in smaller towns, but in cities that are growing, such as Charlotte, they cut into the news and provide local news on a national story from the perspective or lens of our area. Charlotte is Democratic, from what I know. But Trump did come here and have some type of gay publican conventions. Yes, he did. I do know that he did that. So I think that North Carolina is a conservative state, but Charlotte is a Democratic city, if you will. Okay, either way, Roe versus Wade, Tom versus Wade, it don't really matter. The biggest thing that we need to look at right now is the government's power to overturn constitutional rights. Okay, this to me harkens to the likes of them banning a president from a social media. Yes, Donald Trump was unhinged. Yes, he was narcissistic, but they demonstrated their power to regulate our voice. Now you're demonstrating your power that you can regulate our body. Body. Let's get them girls. Body. Bitch, I'm Bootz Livia Pope. It's time for, we just need common sense. Is it that hard to have common sense? You have a dick. You can't tell me what to do with my vagina. And nationally speaking, my vagina should be protected because I'm a human being. The right for me as an individual to want to conceive a child, even if it is a mistake, is my right to choose to keep that child in or not. Who are you? And you know, we're blaming the Republican Party for this. But there are powers beyond the Republican Party that are pulling both strings. This is the age-old narrative of control. This is what they did when they formed organizations. And forgive me, gang people, because you know I read a lot of you. Bloods and Crips. It's just on a Caucasian level. I see the manipulation of the world through propaganda, through the lens of what is being portrayed unto us. And if you want to demonstrate this, this is minute. This is minute as to what they could actually be doing right now. I find it not ironic that my power went out before I began talking about this. In the whole damn neighborhood. But it's back on now. You know, as a nigga bitch up in Geesh, Bootz got it down. You know, successful. I just feel like it's time to have common sense. Also, if you look at this on a societal level, if women aren't allowed contraceptives, then we're about to have a baby boom, especially for people who aren't well off, right? So you eliminate a lot of people with COVID-19, and then you are spawning new individuals simultaneously. What is the agenda here is the question we should be asking. And who is they? You know who they is. You know, this is where my conspiracy theories meet logic. This is a demonstration. Okay? And all of them actors in what is being portrayed as the government. Okay? This is a narrative they're painting. This is a story that is being written. To whose benefit? And then bigger question, who's the author? But people ain't dumb. Like, I'm going to tell you that right now. People are not dumb. People are as smart as my geese on the lake right now. And yes, they are on the lake right now, waiting for their next meal. Because the damn Amazon didn't deliver my geese packages. I'm going to have to get on them too. But it's just, we as human beings need to respect human beingness. A dollar amount don't make you be able to write laws. This judicial system, this democracy that we've created to make it seem as if people have power, when really and truly it's people that are in the shadows that are pulling the strings of puppets to portray what seems as freedom, which is really not. This is enslavement at its finest. Mental enslavement is so much worse than brutal enslavement. However, that's not taken away from the slavery movement, because they were in bondage in all ways. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Even furthermore proving my point, you know, airlines began regulating if they could fly to certain places throughout the pandemic. You know, we're told to want to jail ourselves because of a virus, which rightfully so, because I caught that corona, and that ain't no fun. That ain't no fun. I mean, whatever was cooked up in that motherfucking laboratory did what it was supposed to do. It did what needed to be done by whoever author this is writing the story of our life here in America. And that's not to say that our problems that we have in this country are no bigger than, you know, impoverished countries. We do need a unifying nature on humanness. Americans, from what I've heard from my foreign clients, are very arrogant. We're very egocentric. We think that our universe is the be all end all to the way things should be done, down to the mentality, down to your purpose, down to what you're supposed to be doing with your life. Yes? We need perspective. And that's one thing that the internet is going to backfire on. The internet is supposed to be surveillance for my conspiracy, right? But it is going to be a unifying process. You were supposed to cage us during quarantine. We come out enlightened beings, seeing past your bullshit. Going back to the laws at hand, the state now has the power to determine whether it is legal or illegal, or if you can or cannot get an abortion. This is a shift. And it's a shift that is a major distraction in the narrative of life being painted by an author in which we do not know. But you know who that author is. You know exactly who that fucking author is. Wake up. Wake up. So then, I mean, you know, I'm a solution-based individual. Then what should be done? What should we done? What should be done? I said, what did she done, honey? Well, what did she done? But what should be done? A revolution. Spearheaded by who? We're so divided by the narrative that has been painted for us. Who's going to unify us? We need a second coming of Jesus in this bitch. Okay, to get this country right. And then the dragonflies just buzz on up and stare at me and then fly on. You don't think... You got to keep... Technology, people. We ain't never alone. Watch what you say, watch what you do, watch what you eat, but don't live in fear. Because we've been blessed on this planet. Okay, this is our planet. You can try to control it all you want to, alien. But all we got to do is see you, and you tremble in fear. So you keep yourself cloaked by political scandals such as this. This is a distraction. This is nothing more than a distraction. Pay attention to the story. And it's crazy because life is literally a play that we are all audience members of, but we have to participate in the gathering, the advertising, the payments of the system. You know, we have water power vehicles, people. We have water fueled engines, people. And yet we continue to pollute a planet. Who's really at play here? Why would our species, why would any species naturally destroy their own habitat? Why? Because we're told to. That's the only way we can get from point A to point B, physically wise. You got to look at the overthought of all of this. Now, you can believe abortion is right and abortion is wrong, just like you can believe I should be in boxers or a motherfucking thong. It don't really matter. At the end of the day, we're losing humanness, the oneness that unites us, our anatomy incarnate by the miracle of childbirth that science still can't break down but has found a way to control. We're beautiful creatures of light. In the midst of a narrative, I think, gifted to us by our ancestors in some type of agreement. For what's the prize? It could be ascension. Could be the survival of our species. It could be the interbreeding of our consciousness. Because to be so multidimensional as creatures, I feel like we started off as something completely void of consciousness. And to be a flesh acheron of spirit, there's knowledge that has been tainted. And I'm not going to talk about the Bible being falsified or any type of religious doctrine. I believe they're interpretations of the real story. What's the real story? We've forgotten. Why have we forgotten? It's a part of the agreement that was made. Ain't no way in the hell pyramids get built taller than my motherfucking house without some type of intelligence. It had to have been the magnetism of the planet that they learned to manipulate. And you really don't think they still have this ability? You don't think that because you don't think with the evolution of the wheel, it happened over 5 years. Something as basic as a wheel. Okay? You don't think Neanderthals just spontaneously found fire that revolutionized the evolution of our species? There's a divine intelligence behind all of this. And beings from other places have access to what is known as the Akashic Records. See, my intelligence sometimes gets overshadowed by my entertainment. But I'm stepping into a place of godhood, as we all are if you've been watching me for quite some time. And I look at things from a political standpoint, from a media studies standpoint, and a spiritual standpoint. And conscious awareness and the lack of ignorance is the start of our revolution. Understanding who you are in this place of everything that is. And hopefully with my services, I render you just a little bit more clarity at what we're capable of without the dependence. Understand? Okay. Couple of announcements. I'm about to put up a post. We have Fan Friday tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. where everything will be available. Everything's shut down right now. I'm rebranding. Call me Bootz God. The title of my latest album. I'll announce it tonight. Yes, I'm excited about this new journey. I'm excited about this new chapter. And let's not take this information in dismay, okay? Let's rejoice at the fact that we don't have whips on our backs. Let's rejoice in the fact that even though we might be mentally incapacitated and led by a shadow figure, a puppet that we don't know, but we do know, let's relish in the fact that we can make something out of this system. How do I know? Because I did it. Okay, look. just look around. If and I'm not better than you. I'm not more special than you. I get my energy from a source that is not of this plane. Understand? While many people have been led another narrative that makes it seem as if you have to work hard to make money, or you have to submit to make money. My understanding of the way things work on a universal level might be different or comparable to where you are. I like to think of myself as Django Unchained. This nigga off the leash. And hopefully I'm guiding you to loose yourself from the leashes and nooses that this world has implanted upon you to struggle, to submit. Don't be in dismay. Still have hope. Because if someone like me can do what I'm doing right now, I wake up every day in awe of God. And you will too. How do I know? Because you're not where you was. But you got to determine where you gonna go. And don't let no laws, no government, or no big brother or shadow puppet tell you or limit you as to where you can go. Yes, this law is ridiculous, but it's a display. What you gonna display, bitch? I rest my case. I'll see you on Fan Friday tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Tune in. Tell your friends, tell your lovers, tell your fuckers. Also, I am back on Instagram, but we got to build momentum. Thank God for the celebrity clientele that I have that tapped in yesterday. We're going to make this popping. But I will be on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. to open all of your beautiful birthday gifts and to give you an update on what's going on my way. I love you. Have a great day. And remember, what are you going to fucking display?